Chili hasn't died yet, which is rather impressive.
No! No!
I jinxed you just a bit there.
You cursed me!
Dude. Wait,
I think you died before I finished the sentence, so it doesn't count.
You jinxed him, dude.
Hey everybody, it's Whyte again, and I'm back with a new video, this time featuring some Tomb gameplay. So a bunch of us decided that we were going to run some Tombs tonight, so we decided to hop on Assassins and run Assassin-only Tomb, and this kind of works where we have one person who, in this case, it was Darn I'm Cool, on a Trickster who plays a different class just for the purposes of rushing. You can do it really easily on someone like a Rogue or a Trickster if you're feeling saucy, a Mystic. You're gonna want to have someone ranged because obviously later on when we get to the boss's awakening, everything goes a little bit downhill. So once the bosses spawn, you just kind of back off to the outer ring, start throwing poisons toward the middle, and it works really well if you have Plague, because the Plague reaches the entire central area. But if you have just a regular tiered poison, it's pretty easy. If you just time the rotation properly and shoot it as they are walking into you, you can get a lot of good damage, even more than a Plague, on a centralized target. So the weapons of my choice in this was a chicken leg, mainly because I don't use the weapon. So it's just for a bit of flair, a bit of showing off. And these dungeons are a lot of fun to run. This makes the Tomb a totally different experience, although it might be a bit boring to watch in hindsight. I'm just standing on outer rim shooting poisons inward. However, it is a lot of fun in person, and it's great to do in a small group, especially if you're not as well equipped. Another downside here is that if you kill one boss before the others, it's very hard to go in and get your loot. You could see a blue bag just now dropped. And while I'd love to run and pick up my potential egg, unfortunately I'm just not able to, and we have to kill the rest of the bosses. And by the time the other two fall, that original bag is long gone. The benefit of using a poison instead of, say, a weapon to do damage is that you require no max stats. You don't need anything at all. You can just walk in there with tier 4 poison, easily obtainable for 1 speed or from the Godlands, and just start throwing them in, and you can get your soulbound great, and it works especially well if you have a guild doing it all together. Now, unfortunately, when you do this in regular tombs, in public tombs, people tend not to like you because, well, you wake all of the bosses up at once and do plenty of damage, and that can be quite a shame. So, being the jerks that we night owls are, we decided to take it to a public tomb. So I bought a key and broke it open in the Nexus during one of my streams, and this one was exceptional. There was tons of people and very high propensity for just throwing poisons in there and letting it sink into all of the bosses. With an assassin, you're almost guaranteed soulbound in tombs. As long as you throw 3 or 4 poisons that make contact, you have your soulbound damage in, and from there on you're just buffing your numbers, so to speak. So another unfortunate issue with running only assassins in a tomb is that you might end up with a particularly scary Nut Rage or the like, in which Nut manages to get out of your circle of poison and not just sit in the middle like she's supposed to and chase down the fragile assassins waiting on the edges, and especially since most assassins aren't really equipped to deal with Nut, as in they have no means of hiding from her through cloak or stunning her as a knight or even teleporting away as a trickster. It might be a big issue, especially as poisons are very hard to aim on a moving target. However, this is very infrequent, and even in such a case, you can easily teleport to someone on your lock list and get out of a sticky situation with relative ease. All in all, Assassins in Tombs can be quite fun and rewarding. As you can see in both of these clips, I wound up with life in my inventory, and although I didn't get any white bags, those are also very common as you're getting soulbound on all the bosses, every tomb almost guaranteed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yes, and White. Yay!